France 24's technology editor, Peter O'Brien, who joins us from there. Peter, we're starting off with a pretty big announcement then from Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah, this is a big bang. He compared it directly to the 500 billion Stargate project announced by Donald Trump a couple of weeks ago. And 109 billion, if it does materialize, would be a significant investment for France. Compare it to Viva Tech, the tech salon here in Paris last year, where Macron announced a 400 million euro investment. So we're talking more than 20 times that size. The money we know so far is coming from the UAE in large part. 30 to 50 billion euros have already been announced by the Emirates into a data center that they say will be the largest in Europe for the purposes of AI. Add to that Brookfield, that's a Canadian investment manager. They are putting in another 20 billion also into a data center in the north of France. Why would these, the rest of the money is still yet to figure out the details. Macron pointed to some of the usual suspects, Iliad, Orange, and Thales, massive French companies that could be making investments. The data centers in France can take advantage of abundant carbonized power here to keep them running. That's the advantage for these investors.
Meanwhile, Peter, there's an awful lot more going on at the summit behind you as well, isn't there?
There is an awful lot. One of the things yet to be confirmed is J.D. Vance, the American vice president. Is he going to make a speech today? If he does, it might get the prick up the hair of some people here from the European Commission, some French politicians here, because, as we know, he's criticized the EU in the past for trying to overregulate and clamping down on what he calls free speech. Elsewhere, Emmanuel Macron is meeting at the Elysee with the Chinese vice premier. Now, this is interesting because in the last 6 months or so, the Chinese have pivoted quite a lot towards AI safety and controlling the risks of AI, while this summit, and Macron in particular, have been kind of accused of taking risk a little bit out of the equation in favor of investment instead. But if you listen to Macron's speech last night, you would see it was very much one of his classic en même temps speeches, where he both talked up the prospects of investing and selling France and French companies, but also talked up the risk of AI to democracy.
Peter, thanks very much. Peter O'Brien, our technology editor, joining us there from the summit in the centre.